Well, hello, folks. How you doing? Just a quick question: is the audio coming through okay? Because you know the trouble I've been having with that a little while. So just let me know in the side chat, guys, if the audio is coming through okay, and we'll get going. Get going. Good, good, good. Awesome. I'm really happy to hear that. Okay, so hello. How is everybody doing? Here I am, still sick with the vid. Got my cup of reason, of course. Can't live without that stuff. And gonna have some good discussion today. I have a very 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 special guest, and a few of you probably already know who it is. Without any further ado, I'd like to introduce you to my sister, Hilda.
Hey,
How are you,
hey,
dear?
I'm good, bro. How are you doing?
I'm
So
doing
happy
really,
to
really
be here.
good. Yeah, I'm so glad you could come out. Now it's awesome. I didn't even know you knew my channel existed.
Well, I kind of got the backdoor information, and I
Uh-huh.
thought, let me log on. Let me see what this guy's talking about. He's so full of hot air.
Ah, okay. And
Oh no,
and of course you were proven correct.
yeah, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it immensely. Yeah.
Cool.
Um,
Well,
you know,
there's a lot of people in the side chat that were quite surprised to find out I had a sister, and they're all here
yeah.
now trying to figure out what kind of dope they can get on me from you.
It's all
I'm
right. I
sure.
won't embarrass you too much. I
I'm not
promise.
worried about it. I'm not worried about it. It's probably nothing much more than they don't already know. But I'm just going to
Yeah.
say hello to a few people in the chat. Of
Yeah.
course, we got all my regulars. Sable Eagle, always good to see you, my friend. And my one of my biggest fans, Eddie Little Rage, and she did the happy dance because she knew you were coming today. So hello,
Oh,
Eddie. Always good to see you. And who else have we got? Peter Noddle. Hello, Peter. Always nice to see you, my friend. Christian Ganellis. Yes, hello, hello, hello. Let's see. 5 hour train ride from St. Petersburg. Ooh, well, you might want to take cover. Oh, man. Let's see who else. Who else? Chris Durham. Hello, Chris. Always good to see you, my friend. Glad you could make it. Let's see. Of course, Sable Eagle. Clive Wells. Hello, Clive. How are you? Always good to
oh,
see you, my friend.
The Scotsman. I want to hear that drawl. Oh my goodness,
What's
that
that?
was so nice. I said the Scotsman. I want to hear that drawl so bad.
The
It's really
Scotsman.
good.
Who's the Scotsman? Where is he? Sir Little Wolf. Hello, Sir Little Wolf. Peter Noddle. Chris Durham. Blah, 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 blooms. Eddie. Okay, well, I don't see Tusk yet, but Eddie.
No, he's not
eh,
there. Okay, maybe
Yeah,
I
well,
missed
that's
him.
okay. Eddie Little Rage. Go get Tusk. My sister wants to hear that Scottish drawl, or at least see him in the chat. That'd be awesome. So, uh, hey, well, hello, congratulations. Happy birthday, Sir Little Wolf. Ow! How old are you, my young pup? Good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. Happy, really good day. He's at the shop and off. Eddie, come on. It's not that bad. Okay, so he's out at the shops getting stuff for dinner, I guess. Huh? What's he cooking up today? What's he cooking up today? Okay, so yeah. So for those of you who are not familiar with Hilda, she was in my chat a couple of weeks ago. Found out that I had a channel, jumped in to check me out, and now she's here to be a guest. So yeah, it's really good to have you here, sis. It's been too long since we've had a chance to sit and chat.
Yeah, it has been a long time. But I'm glad you were able to come out to Dubai. We had a good time then.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was fun.
yeah. Even
Yeah,
though the circumstances weren't ideal, I was glad to have at least made it out there to see you and Magdi and,
yeah,
and everyone else. It was a really nice trip, and
yeah.
we're going to show some pictures of Dubai. Not too many, just a few. But I do have that video I made at the mall of the late light show. So I'm going to play that later
Yes.
when we take a bit of a break. So,
Yeah. Okay.
so yeah. So how are you doing out there? How's things in the big Dubai?
Dubai is busy. We just moved to a 4.5 day week here. So
Ooh,
we work Monday to Thursday, and then we are off at noon on Fridays. So we get 2.5 days off.
wow.
Um, Seems to be working all right, but I'm a teacher, and I guess you can imagine what happens on Fridays.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Classes are pretty empty,
Yeah. Yeah.
so, but we're still working on hybrid. So we have some girls at school and some at home,
Hmm.
but on Friday it seems to be more online than anything, really. So
How do your hybrids work? Because we do those here as well, and I am not a fan. I am
it's
not a fan.
complicated. Yeah, it's complicated. We work on teams. So, we'll start a team meeting and then we've got the smart board behind us. And so we're
Hmm.
trying to navigate all this technology. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, in government schools, the infrastructure isn't very good. So
Yeah.
we've got a lot of internet issues and connection
Hmm.
issues. And, the kids are irresponsible when it comes to their laptops. It's like, oh, I
Yeah.
forgot my charger. Oh, I can't log on. I forgot my
Yeah.
password.
Yeah.
This kind
Teacher,
of
my
stuff.
camera don't work.
Yeah, exactly. So, but it has its challenges, but I'm glad that at least some of the girls are back at school. We get to see some human
Yeah.
beings,
Yeah.
you
And
know.
we work on the Zoom platform.
Right.
I find it really difficult to stand in front of a class and teach the kids that are present in the classroom on a chalkboard often and a pull down screen with a projector. And
Yeah.
then I've got the laptop on the desk with the students on Zoom and to
Yeah.
kind of divide my attention between the two and keep track of what's what. And it just it frustrates the heck out of me.
Yeah,
And
it's
classroom
frustrating. And
management is difficult.
yeah, yeah. And the problem too is, the kids will come in and they sign in at the beginning of the lesson. They say, "Teacher,
Hmm.
teacher, are you doing attendance?" I say, "No, I'll do it later when I know you're still here." Because
Yeah.
they sign in and then they just disappear, go back to sleep,
Oh,
or whatever it
no
is.
kidding. I mean, I'm constantly harping on them throughout the class. Turn on your cameras. Leave your cameras on. I need to know that you're there, that you're paying attention. Because they'll turn
Ah,
off
but
their camera, give me some lame excuse. Teacher, I have internet lag. My internet
yeah.
laggy. Cannot use camera. That's bullshit. They just turn off their
Well,
cameras and they bugger off and go play with their friends outside.
here in Dubai, it's a government school, so our girls are not allowed to turn on their cameras.
Oh,
They're
so
not
you have
allowed because of
no idea
religious
they're even
reasons.
there.
No, no. We don't know who's in the room with them. Sometimes we hear voices. A lot of times the girls are, because I teach grade 12. So a lot of them
Hmm.
are, taking care of their little siblings. They're not even doing school. They're just babysitting for their moms.
Yeah.
So it's a different animal here for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have serious doubts, serious questions about the efficacy of online learning. You know,
You have to, it's a choice. I mean, when you're an adult, it's different, if you've been trained
yeah,
up to how to study and all that stuff. But
yeah,
you have to, it has to be supported by the family.
yeah.
It's not supported by the family, then it's not going anywhere. And
No.
it's funny, I was talking to my boss the other day, and she's doing her PhD right now. And she was looking
Hmm.
at LinkedIn and she was looking at some different adverts. And there were more than one that said graduates after 220 need not apply. Can you believe that?
No, you're kidding.
So everybody knows the quality of education is gone down. And again, let's blame the teacher, right? So,
Yeah, of course. The teacher is always going to be the one that's the scapegoat in the end. It's always the
yeah, but
teacher's
that's
fault.
okay. That's
Yeah.
all right. Let's not go there. I don't want to make your night negative. Let's keep it up
Oh,
on the up.
geez. Trust me, there's no hope of that not happening. you know,
Yeah. Well,
but
the good thing is My girls figure that Friday is or Thursday is picnic day, so they bring full-on banquets to school. Their maids
Wow.
prepare food and they bring them to school, so I get lunch every Thursday.
Well, hey, at least that's a bonus, isn't it? Holy mackerel.
Exactly.
That's so cool.
Yeah, yeah.
We've got some new people in the side chat. Bexy, hello, welcome. Doraku, hey, my number one fan. I love Doraku. She's so cool. She's in Holland, actually. Uh,
Oh, really?
yeah, yeah. Say hello to my sister, Dora. Yeah,
Hey, Dora, hoe
I'm not.
gaat het?
Yeah, Dora. Can you type in the chat whereabouts in Holland are you exactly? Oh, hi, hello, 9 o'clock hero and H Jasperi, welcome. Uh, Eindhoven.
Oh, Eindhoven. Okay.
Yeah, she's near Eindhoven.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
cool. Yeah,
The Nefteling. She's near the Nefteling.
yeah, near the Nefteling. Yeah,
Yeah. Nice.
yeah, certainly is. So she says
Cool.
hello, Hilda. Hello,
Hello.
Hilda. Yes, Dora, I know the Netherlands.
Alsjeblieft. Nederland. Nederland.
Nederland, yeah, Nederland. Let's get it right now.
No, yeah.
You're right, absolutely.
You know, I'm so
Ooh,
upset because they used to sell speculaas here at the Carrefour and they stopped selling it. They have this
aw,
Belgian alternative. I can't find speculaas anymore. But you know what, Yusuf or Jeff?
yeah.
I found TV snoepjes.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
because
buy a
we have
kilogram and
the
send them to me now.
yes, yes, because we have the Hema here. Dora will know the Hema, of course.
Uh-huh.
Hema is a out of Amsterdam.
Mhm.
like a kind of an everything shop out of
Yeah.
Amsterdam. Yeah, very
Oh,
nice.
man. I have
Yeah,
no hope of getting a Zoute Drop and TV Snoop here. Oh, I would give my left nut for a shipment of that stuff. I
I
miss
know.
it.
Every time I see it, I think that, but I don't know how I would get it to you if the mail is reliable or not. Maybe
The only way you can make sure it gets here is DHL or FedEx.
or yeah, I'll have to get myself down there and bring it myself.
Yeah, I'd give anything for that stuff. I can't, there's no hope of getting it here locally. I have to bring
No,
it
it's
in from
pretty
elsewhere.
specific thing. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's right.
maybe yeah.
Hema in Dubai, strange. Do they sell rookworst?
No, no, they don't. It's not a full on one. They sell like a little bit of makeup, a little bit of house supplies, maybe for the bathroom. It's like a mini department store, but they
Ah,
don't
yeah.
sell food. They don't sell
So
food,
it's
just coffee, some coffee grounds, and some candy mostly.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's just basically just a sampling of what they have in their normal stores.
Yeah, because I
Yeah,
remember when I was in Holland many years ago, I went to the Hema. It's a big department store, I think, in Holland. Because I haven't
yeah.
been in many years, but yeah.
Sir Little Wolf said, Yusuf, so she does Arabic? Yeah, she does Arabic. That's her son's name, and it's
Yeah,
Yusuf.
my
And
Yusuf
she
means
also does
Joseph.
Japanese and Spanish.
Yeah.
So put that in your pipe and smoke it. Yeah, I have no hope of learning languages like that. My sister Hilda, she picks them up like boom, 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 boom. Me, I struggle to pick up even the simplest phrases here in Vietnam.
But I think Vietnamese is a difficult language.
Oh,
It's
it
it's kind
is.
of
It,
yeah, I mean, I think as far as writing goes, Arabic is among the most difficult, I think, after Chinese. Their
yeah,
grammar is very complex.
and it's
Um,
also right to left.
yes, yeah.
But
And
then Japanese is top to bottom, is it not?
yeah, they do both. in Japan. They do both. But the Japanese have three writing systems. They have hiragana, which is what the kids learn with, and then they have
Hmm.
katakana, which is a sort of alphabet that represents foreign words, and then they have kanji, which is a variation of Chinese writing.
Oh,
So
okay.
what they do, the Chinese characters, they split them in half, and they made like a
Oh,
new version. So
oh, cool.
it's
I didn't know
a
that.
lot of stuff to memorize.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And did you know that Korean was just made by some guy? He said, "I want to make my own language for this country," and he made his own language. It's pretty cool.
You're kidding.
Yeah. I don't
Huh.
know the details of it, but
Well, I don't either, but I know that Vietnamese for the longest time was based on ideographic Chinese script. Uh, but
okay.
I think a couple of hundred years ago, I think it was a Jesuit priest who Romanized the alphabet and created modern Vietnamese.
Okay.
Yeah,
Which is
but
probably
I
a good
think it
idea.
was I think it was
Yeah.
a French colonial Jesuit priest or something, about
Uh-huh.
300 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
Finally, just Romanized the alphabet and created modern Vietnamese.
Yeah.
But
Well,
it's a
Arabic
tough one.
it is. I can imagine the pronunciation seems pretty tough to me. Like Arabic, it's not so bad because we have Dutch, you know. We have
Hmm.
the he sound. We have the throat uh,
Yeah,
sounds that they have in Arabic.
yeah, the
So it
rolling
makes it,
R's.
yeah, yeah, they have that. So it makes it a pronunciation a little bit easier
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
yeah. But the Vietnamese language, or most of the Asian languages, are very tonal, and
Yes.
one word can have 15 meanings based on tone and accents on the spelling. Uh,
Yeah.
and it's so hard to keep track of the vocabulary because
It
the
is.
vocabulary itself, the physical structure of it, is rather limited. It's only about
Yeah.
10 or 20,000 words, but
Is that
they are,
right?
but each word can have multiple meanings just by
Sure.
changing an accent or changing a pronunciation or a tone, and it means something totally different. And keeping
Yeah.
track
I
of that
think.
kind of vocabulary is near impossible,
Yeah. Isn't it that
unless,
the Eskimos have like the eight different meanings for the word snow?
yeah,
Yeah, something like that.
yeah, it's the same kind of
Cool.
deal here, you know?
Yeah.
So unless you
Uh-huh.
really learn it from childhood and live with it growing up and develop it as you grow up, you're never going to get it perfect, I don't think, as an adult. Some
No,
people do
for
manage it.
sure.
There are some foreigners that speak
Yeah.
fluent Vietnamese. I wish I
Mm.
could. It'd make my
Yeah.
life here so much easier. But forget it. I can't get my head around it. I just
Yeah.
can't.
Hmm. Yeah, I
Hmm.
can get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Let's
sometimes.
see.
Yeah.
Let's see. Clive Wells. He says Arabic is all Greek to me.
Oh yeah, sure, sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Sorry. Oh, excuse me, everyone. Didn't mean to do that. Clive Wells is a regular here. He's a PhD mathematician. Uh,
Oh wow,
and,
smarty
and he
pants,
loves.
cool.
Well, the thing is, he loves to play around with my head. you
Huh?
know, but that's okay. We love him here. He's one of the people I always look forward to seeing in the chat every week.
Yeah.
So, here's Tusk. Hello, Tusk. How are you? How are you?
Is Tusk not the chef, the fellow who likes to
That's right.
cook?
That's right. That's right. He's the one that
Okay.
I did that video of Minga for. Uh,
Uh-huh.
and hopefully soon I'm going to do another one for Vietnamese style chicken curry. Just with the COVID now hit me, we had to kind of push that aside. So
Sure,
when
sure.
I'm feeling better, we will get on that, Tusk, for sure.
Hmm.
But the
Well,
guy,
tonight, sorry?
the guy is one of those people I just love having on the show because I just it's such a blast talking with him. We always have such a good time.
Uh-huh.
I am good, Tusk. I'm still feeling a bit under the weather, but I'm getting better, I think. One more week of battling with this, I think, and it'll be done. I hope.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yes, Dora.
Well,
Evil Clive. Go ahead, Hilda.
Uh, I made butter chicken tonight. I work in an office, and the UAE is full of Indians. We have so many Indians and Pakistanis and Bangladeshis. So most of our restaurants are that style of food. So
Mm-hmm.
there are four women in my office that are always giving me tips on how to cook. I think the most difficult thing about it is getting that spice mix right, because the basic
Yeah,
cooking is pretty simple. It's just the getting that spice mix right,
yeah.
So I'm
Getting
getting,
the right amounts of each individual spice.
yeah, exactly. So
Yeah, that's cool,
yeah,
man.
yeah. So I made butter chicken today. It was good.
That's awesome. But then again, you were always a pretty good cook. I'll tell you, folks, when Hilda was going through university back in Calgary, in Canada, she used to work as a chef in a Mexican restaurant. This
I was a
girl
cook.
can
I was a
cook.
cook.
This girl can cook. I'm telling you, man. And she used to trick us at home too. You remember that, Hilda? She'd give me this
Yeah.
thing that looked like a cherry. It turned out to be the hottest pepper I ever had. Blew my head off. Yeah, thanks. Thanks
Remember,
for that.
remember the remember the time I put salt in your coffee?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Yeah. You want a coffee, Jeff? Oh, yeah, I'd love one. Thank you very much. Here you go. You should put 2 spoons of salt in it instead of sugar. Oh, thank you.
Oh,
Thank
those were
you.
fun. Those
Yeah,
practical
I
joke
know.
days were good for
Yeah.
sure.
But I'm telling you, I'm sure um, Tusk would probably have lots of questions for you regarding your experience with Mexican cuisine because he does love to cook. As a matter of fact, he said, I made jalfrezi, but then I added a half spoonful of cumin. Now it's a madras.
Hi. So he must like making Indian food too, huh?
Well, what can you say? He's in the UK, right? He's a
Yeah, I
Scot.
guess you're right. Sorry.
Yeah,
That's my I
it's like
miss.
go figure though. A country like the UK or a place like the UK, the national dish is Indian curry. You know, I mean that's very popular out
Oh,
there.
sometimes I like to go back to the basics. And last weekend I had a fish and chips to die for. Oh my
Really?
gosh. It was so delicious, so fresh. And they had the
Mm.
malt vinegar with the fries. Oh, so good.
Oh, oh man, I'd
Mm. The
give my
batter
left
was
arm for that.
crispy. Oh, the batter was crispy. It was so good. Mm.
Mm. I haven't had a good fish and chips in a long time. What kind of fish did they use?
They used I don't know. I think it was called hamur. They have hamur here. It's kind of like a cod. It's one of
Mm.
the thicker the fish that stays nice and firm when you deep fry it.
Yeah,
Some of the
yeah,
white fishes they just fall apart when you cook them.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. This was
Um,
was good.
yeah, if there's a few people I've heard they swear by halibut.
Yeah, halibut, but we don't have all those fishes here.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly, we live surrounded by water. I can walk 5 minutes in either direction and be out at the water, and they
Yeah,
hardly have any fish here.
yeah. It's strange,
I
isn't it?
know.
Though
Yeah.
it really is. It, you might be surrounded by water, but what kind of sea life actually lives in that water?
Maybe
You know,
because it's too hot. Maybe the water
could
is too
be.
warm. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like
Oh,
our shrimp comes from India. Most of our shrimp comes from Oman and India.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tusk says fish and chips should only be made with haddock.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure he's absolutely right. But I'll take it any
Problem.
way I can get it.
Yeah, the problem is getting it exactly right. Oh, and Eddie Eddie Little Rage says, "Your sis has lovely eyes, so pretty."
That's a filter, honey. It's called
That's a
Snapchat.
filter. Yeah, that's that. But they they are. She does have really nice eyes, but I yeah, it's hard to capture that.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but yeah,
Ah,
she is. She's lovely. Uh,
thank you.
Pretty. She looks like a psycho. What are you talking
Uh,
about, Does? Maybe because she's got those big eyes, like I'm gonna come and get you.
yeah,
Oh man, that's cool. That's it. Crispy batter. The place near me uses those horrible polystyrene boxes, and everything turns soggy. Well, there's your problem. You're supposed to wrap it in newsprint so it doesn't sweat so much.
okay. Well, I went to a restaurant. I didn't do a takeaway, so I didn't have it because I didn't have that problem.
Oh, Sable Eagle has a link here. Scottish accent, not Dell, for Hilda. So if you click that, you can hear a Scottish accent.
Oh, I'm a total Outlander girl. I've been watching Outlander just because I want to go to Scotland so badly.
Oh,
It's got
so
to
do I.
be one of the most beautiful places in the world, and that
Yeah, I
accent
want.
just kills me. I love it.
Yeah, I want to do that too. I've been dying to see Scotland for years. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe one day soon we'll both be able to do it.
Yeah, I
So,
just it kind of reminds me, you Jeff, I kept
yeah.
wanting to call you Yusuf. I don't know why. um, you know why. It reminds me of the east coast of Canada, Newfoundland
Hmm.
and
Yeah,
Nova Scotia, very similar to Scotland.
yeah. Labrador, absolutely.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
mountainous, rough terrain. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's really quite um, rugged, and
Yeah.
I don't. I'm dying to see it. I really am. I'm dying to
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah, for sure.
Eddie says they'd kidnap me if I came. That's cool. I'm good with that. Just don't fry me up like the budgie.
Yeah.
uh,
So,
to go to Scotland badly, go via Australia.
yeah.
Nova Scotia similar to Old Scotia? Oh, boom! You're a funny girl, Dora. Yeah. Yeah. Similar latitudes, same ocean. Yep. The same bitter
Yeah.
cold in the winter, I think.
Yeah.
Um,
Dark, stormy water.
yeah. Oh, my friend Conspiracy Cats is in the house. Hello, Conspiracy Cats. Welcome, welcome. So glad you could come by. Um, he's really funny. He's a lovely chap, lovely chap. Uh, it's always nice to see him around. He's also a teacher, like you and me, so he's
Uh-huh.
well versed in the pains of the educational profession.
Well, my saving grace is that I'm going to be retiring teaching soon. I'm
Well,
not going to
yeah,
stay
I'm
in it.
hoping to do the same,
I mean,
but
it's been it's been a long road. 25 years in the classroom. It's getting to the point now where I'm ready to do something different.
yeah, I'm right there behind you. I am right there with you. I mean, for me, it's been almost 20 years, and I've had pretty much enough,
Yeah.
you know. But I have nothing else to fall back on, so I got to keep pushing through until I can get my Canadian pension.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, my issue here is that in the UAE, they will not, the Ministry of Education won't commit to a retirement age.
Hmm.
So, it seems to be 60. Sometimes it's 61. I guess it depends when your contract renewal is up. So
Yeah.
I'm just gearing myself up for another couple of years, getting the letter saying, "Oops, sorry, we won't be needing you next year."
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
So,
But you've got other things in the works too, I'm sure, to kind of sustain yourself afterwards. Something different.
yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of looking into a couple things, but right
Yeah.
now, life is just busy. I've got a teen
Yeah.
girl in online education,
Yeah.
not because of COVID, just generally, and
Yeah.
that takes up a lot of effort. And you
Yeah.
know, I
It
try to
takes a
take my
lot of.
job seriously. So
Oh, of
there's work to be done
course.
at home.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. But anyways, you sent me some pictures that you wanted to share. And I don't
yes,
know if I really want to do that, but we're gonna do it
I
anyway.
you better. I want your friends to see you when you were
Okay.
the cutest little guy ever.
Oh, stop. I
He
was
wasn't a
not.
baby, but
Yeah. Okay, well, the screen's gonna go black for a couple of seconds there, folks, and then I'm gonna bring up some pictures, and I'm gonna let my sister kind of tell you a little bit about them. There's also a couple of videos. A video of cats. Are those your cats?
yes, there's a little story behind that actually. I'll tell you when the video
Uh-huh.
comes up.
Okay, well, leave them at home when you come visit, okay? Because I don't want to die.
No, you won't. I won't bring them. I'm waiting for them
Okay.
to die. Actually, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Well, you
Only
remember
no. I love my
you
cats. I
remember
love my.
when I was younger how badly I reacted to cats?
Yes, you were
Yeah,
very
I still
allergic to
do.
them.
I still do.
Really, huh?
Yeah, it's never
Oh,
left me. I
yeah.
can't I can't be near a cat. But a lot of people in the
It's
side
good.
chat love cats. So here I go. Screen's going to go black for a minute. And then as I put the pictures up, then my sister will kind of explain what you're seeing. Hopefully, you'll be able to hear her. So here we go. Now, first one I'm going to put up is this one here, which is a scene from the balcony of your apartment, right?
Yeah, so that's Ajman. In the UAE, there are seven emirates. They're like provinces
Hmm.
or states. And Ajman is actually the smallest emirate. And that's just the view out of my window. It's just amazing. I thought, just
Hmm.
because people might want to know what the UAE looks like, so most of the
Hmm.
coastline is like that. And you can see the mosque there, which is very loud. It wakes me up at 5:30 every morning.
Oof.
It's really loud. Yeah. I don't know.
Oof.
It seems like they've increased the volume since COVID started because I never had that issue before. But
Hmm.
I moved into a new flat, which is just about half a block away from my old one. And I think
Mm.
because of the position of the windows, the side of the building that I'm on, we
Yeah.
just hear it. We just hear it more clearly.
Yeah. It kind of
Yes,
funnels it in
that's
towards you.
yeah. So that's
Yeah.
the basically the
So,
corniche
yeah.
there.
And
And that's the same thing. That's
the
just the
same
street
thing,
I would
just a
walk
different,
up to.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
The
just a
palm
different
lined
view.
streets. Yeah, cool. And
Yeah,
then we've got a
yeah,
picture of the famous Burj Al Khalifa.
yeah. Burj Khalifa, it's the tallest building, and I
Yeah.
like how they project things on it. Like for the
Yeah.
Ukraine, they have blue and yellow lights, and India's birthday, they'll project a flag on the building, and of course the New Year's fireworks are famous. So they really
Hmm.
try to use the building to put attention on it as much as they can.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of
It's a
interesting.
beautiful
Yeah.
building. It really
Yeah,
is.
it is.
How much
Very
of it
nice.
is actually occupied, though?
The whole thing.
Really?
Yeah, you can go right up to the top and they have tours and stuff. I think it costs about 60 US dollars to go up to the top. And then
Wow.
they have like drinks and stuff. And did you see that ad of that Emirates flight attendant was standing at the top
Yes.
outside?
Yes. Yeah. That
Yeah,
was on top of
yeah.
this building.
Yes, that was that building.
Yeah. She was a British flight attendant, I think, in Emirates uniform.
Uh, I don't know if Australian or British, one of the two.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, she
Mhm.
stood right at the pinnacle on the mast, and that was incredible. Let's
Very.
see. You sent me another one here. I don't know what the purpose of it was, but this is a
Oh,
shopping mall.
Just wanted to show you how they have parking lots for the shopping carts. You see the little
That's cool.
tags on the front, the little
Yeah,
yellow tag? So the
yeah,
security guard will tag your cart and you can go and sit and eat.
that's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
I thought it was just
Food
funny.
court parking. Food court parking. And then we have this one here.
Oh, those are my two cats. I have
Yeah, and
Buttons.
this
Is
one
it?
here.
Yeah, Buttons is the bigger one in the back. She's Amani was 6. We got her a cat in Oman. This is a Turkish Angora, and we had her for a few years and got her a little pet passport and brought her over to Oman. That was a nightmare in itself. Don't travel with cats; it's very expensive.
Yeah, yeah.
And Bonzo is the little guy, the blue eyes there.
Uh-huh.
I actually went to work one morning, and just around the corner from my office, there's kind of a ceramic fence. There's like a cement fence with holes in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a, arabesque type thing. And I kept hearing this noise. Meow, meow. There's a cat there. There's a cat. So we had the security girl come to the side and unlock the door to the gate. So I
Yeah.
went up onto the roof, and I found this little guy hidden, crying for his mama. And you can
Uh-huh.
see he still has blue eyes. That's how young he was. You could
Wow.
see
So
he
that, that must be him in the box.
yeah, that's the day I brought him home. And Buttons is scoping out the situation. So yeah, Bonza was actually a rescue cat. So I took him to the vet, and they spay him for free because, if you're rescuing a cat, they say, why should you have to pay for all of that? So he's been neutered. They're both neutered and, well taken
Yeah.
care of.
Cool.
So they're pretty
So
pretty good about animals here. Most people.
that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. So those are my two
We got
cats.
we got a lot of cat lovers in this community here, except for Tusk. He hates them. He think, well, I kind of have to join him.
To be honest, I like dogs myself.
Yeah.
Um, but cats are easier. And when the kids say, "Mommy, we want a pet," and they don't have any friends or anything, I felt, "Well, I better get them a pet so you have something to look.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, and
Exactly.
then the second one, Bonzo, I didn't plan on keeping him, but of course, you hold on to a baby long enough, you're going to keep it,
Yeah.
right? So,
Absolutely. They just kind of become
yeah,
entrenched.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah,
So
they're
there you go. That's the saga of Hilda's cats.
yep.
Now, the next ones, guys, I'm sorry. I don't mean to scare you, but Hilda won't let me alone if I don't show them. So here I am in my grad
Ta-da!
barn. Oh
I
my
came
God.
across, when my mom passed, her things were shipped to me here in Dubai. And well, actually, a couple years before she passed, and after she passed, I went through all of her things, and came across a bunch of pictures. And I said, "Yusuf, I don't know if like, see again. I called you Yusuf. I said, I don't know if Jeff has those pictures. So I
I
thought, let me
didn't.
take a yeah. So I thought you'd enjoy having them, and I said, well, why not embarrass him and show his
Yeah,
friends?
right. Well, thank you very much for that. I guess since we've started it, you might as well embarrass me further. Here
Yeah,
is
there's
my
one more.
yeah in my
Yo, look at that
uniform.
cry. Oh, he's so handsome. Look at
Oh,
him.
stop.
He was so bald. He had no hair.
Well, that's because I just had it chopped off.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, those were my dad. 1983.
yeah, that's the year I graduated high school.
Yeah, that was the year I entered the Canadian Armed Forces.
Yeah,
And actually, this is right after I finished basic training and arrived in CFP Kingston, started my radio operator training. And as you can
yeah,
see by the hat badge, I was with the communications service.
yeah.
Jimmy, and
Cool.
so was Tusk actually. Tusk, you recall that hat badge, don't you? Yeah. So there you
You
go,
know,
folks.
those were long time. It was a long time ago, but sometimes it's nice to bring it up and to remember those days.
Yeah,
I
you're
mean,
right.
you know,
I
Look
admit,
at
and
this
I do
shirt.
appreciate you sending them because I haven't seen these pictures since they were taken,
Yeah. I mean,
to
look
be
at the
honest.
shirt on that graduation picture. Look at the
Uh,
collar on that shirt.
I know. Isn't that so 70s? So 70s. That long pointed collar. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
damn.
There you go.
I have
So,
other pictures I should have put up, but I didn't because I was too embarrassed. Yeah.
yeah, it's
But
okay. Next time.
yeah, I'll show them next time. Next time you're on, we'll do some more.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to propose here now, guys, I'm going to take a short break, give Hilda a chance to go get a drink or something, and while you guys
Yeah.
while we're doing that, I'm going to roll a little bit of a video of a light show at a Dubai. Uh, uh,
Shopping
uh,
mall.
yeah, yeah. What was it called?
It's called Dubai Festival City, and
Yes.
every night they have two showings. But this was a special show. It was a new one. It's a new movie was coming out, and so they
Yeah.
projected. It's all what is it, holograms, and then they project onto the hotel next door. It's really quite beautiful. It's very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. It's
And I
about a
thought
five
maybe
minute video. I couldn't get a high resolution video, so it's a little bit grainy, guys, but you still can see how nice the show really is. It's about 4.5 minutes. So I'm gonna run that now. I'm gonna go grab a drink, give Hilda a chance to go get a drink, and then we'll come back. So enjoy the video, and
okay,
we'll see you again in about 5 minutes.
okay.
Oops, that's not it. Here we go. Uh, Oh, what happened? What happened? Oh, did I go to the wrong one? Here we go.
Yeah,
No,
sorry, it
that's
was taken on my phone, so it wasn't.
yeah, I didn't know. I had it, but I don't know what happened. Oh, just give me a minute, guys. For some reason, something got all mixed up here. So I'm gonna fix that right now, and we are gonna get you guys onto that onto that video. Boom. So just keep talking there, kiddo. Tell us more about Dubai.
Well, Dubai's, I mean, it's fun. There's lots of stuff to do, but unfortunately, a lot of the stuff is very expensive. So a lot of
Hmm.
it is catered to the more affluent, because if you're living in Ajman, you've got government workers and see people, they'll work in Dubai, but they'll commute to Ajman because rents are cheaper here. Okay.
Yeah,
So the daily commute, like from 4 o'clock till 8:30 at night, the road from Ajman to Dubai and Sharjah is just chock a block. It's like it takes people 2 hours to get home every day.
hmm.
It's just another, you know.
Cool.
People who live in Dubai, they're paying a lot of money in rent.
Yeah,
Really expensive.
yeah.
So you've got a
Well,
lot of people working in the tech industry and medical and stuff like that can afford to do all of
yeah.
those things. So most people, they're not really getting involved, but they have a lot of,
Hmm.
like, they love the best, the tallest, the biggest, the fastest. It always has to be a superlative.
Yeah,
That's sort of what the
that's
UAE is like.
yeah.
It's
Well,
still a young
it's
country.
yeah,
uh,
but it is the superlative city.
Yeah, I mean, they invest a lot. Like right now,
Yeah,
they're investing a lot of money on technology uh, for kids. Like
yeah,
coding is a really big thing
yeah.
here, teaching your kids coding, and
Oh,
so
that's
they
a
do
big thing
spend a
now
lot of.
everywhere.
Yeah, so I don't know.
All
Have you
right.
seen? I sent you.
Sorry.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah, sorry.
Did you save that video on the Museum of the Future?
Yes, I think I do have it. So let me just run this one about the light show, and then when we come back, we'll run that one. So let's see if I can get this going.
There we go.
Yeah, it's a really incredible show. It blew me away. I had to record it. So that's what it's like in Dubai. I've never seen that kind of thing anywhere else I've ever visited. But they change that show regularly, though, don't they, Hilda?
Yeah, they do. Actually, I had thought I sent you a better one, but yeah, it's fun. It's they
Yeah, I
like to
do.
do things with lights here. They love
Yeah,
lights. Anything that involves lasers and that kind of stuff.
yeah. I got one from you earlier today. It's only about 30 seconds, but it's about the museum, I think. So let me just get that one going. I'm just going to sorry, this one here. Which one was it? It seemed to have. It doesn't want to play. I don't know. It might be something with the formatting.
Okay,
But
because it's on an Instagram post.
yeah, yeah.
Right.
It doesn't want to play. It doesn't want to read the file format. Yeah, although
Okay.
it's an MP4, but I think it's encoded with a different codec. So I wasn't able to
Well,
get that to run.
the viewers can look up the Museum of the Future, and it's
Hmm.
it's like it's actually in the shape of an eye, with the center a hollow being the iris, and it's
Yeah.
all in Arabic text around it. And when at night the lighting, it's just amazing, and the
Hmm.
top opens and a helicopter can go down, and it's there's no past reference at all. It's all about the future. So when you go in the elevator, it's like going up into the space shuttle, you know.
Yeah.
So it's really worth having a look on YouTube and having a look at it. I,
Cool. I
I'm
think
I'm waiting to go because I think it'll be so busy now.
I think I got it. Hang on. I think it's a vertical video, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I need to rotate it. So I'm working on it. So keep going. I'm getting it going here.
Yeah, so maybe if people are interested in coming to Dubai, we have a place called IMG World. It's the biggest, again, the biggest
Yeah.
indoor, the biggest indoor amusement park. You've got all the full-on rides like you would anywhere, and it's all
Mm-hmm.
inside. So you don't have to
Mm-hmm.
worry about the heat, and it's like one
Cool.
price. So you pay one price and you go in.
Cool.
And then,
Well.
of course, the famous Dubai Mall. There's a really good VR park in there. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you just put on your glasses and you can live all these different virtual realities. It's really, really cool,
Mm-hmm.
So
I
there's
think I
that. And
I think I
yeah.
got it. Here, let me see if I can run this.
Sweet dreams are made of live. Who am I?
Yeah, it's quite amazing.
Bad habits lead
And
to
at night, it's just beautiful. All the Arabic
Mm.
text lights up.
Oh
It's really
wow.
amazing.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That must be new because I don't recall seeing that when I was there.
No, they just started construction when you came.
Ah, cool.
It took them a few years to put it up, but it's done now.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Definitely gonna have to come out for another visit. Check that out for
Hmm.
sure. For sure. So, guys, in the chat, I've been so focused on my sister here, I haven't really been paying attention to what's going on in the side chat. But does anybody have anything they'd like to ask or like to comment on? Um, I mean, it's a rare opportunity to have my sister with me on. It's really, really cool. I'm so glad you could be here. So, yeah, if you guys have something you want to ask or want to know, put it in the chat. We'll get it up there.
Yeah, the I think why is the sky blue? Wow, interesting.
Well, my friend Katz has a very good question. He's also a teacher of many decades. Uh, how is education different there? That's what he'd like to know.
Well, it depends where you are. If you live in Dubai or
He's in
Abu
the
Dhabi,
UK.
okay. Well, as far as Western education, I'm British education, Canadian, American. I mean, it's pretty standard stuff, you know. I mean, the
Hmm.
way they, the grading systems and the exam systems are a little bit different. So what happens here is in Abu Dhabi, which is the capital, and Dubai, which is like the economic center, they are trying to follow either British system or American system, and it's through private schools, which are excruciatingly expensive. They also have government schools, and depending which emirate you live in, there's a different quality of education. So the
Hmm.
Dubai schools, there's a higher expectation from the students, okay, and from
Hmm.
teachers. So you have a pretty good, assessment of what the kids know. When you get to a place like Ajman, it's kind of like the countryside.
Hmm.
And the kids, they don't have the same, and again, this is just a general statement. Kids don't have the same view about education because their parents don't. You see? So a
Yeah.
lot of these girls, I would say a lot of the girls that I teach are just wanting to get through high school so they can go on and get married and have a family.
Hmm.
That's a lot of the thinking. A
Yeah.
smaller percentage, probably 30% of girls that want to go to university.
Hmm.
Um, but there's a lot of padding of grades and, hundreds and 98s, so
Yeah.
other than that, I don't want to comment.
Yeah. No, of course, of course. I mean, that happens to a degree almost everywhere. Very much
Yeah,
so here in Asia as well. It's
yeah,
unfortunate, but that's the way it is, you know.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, but yeah, so there you go, cats. That's kind
So
of
yeah,
a quick rundown.
yeah. I mean, the affluent families will send their kids abroad to study.
Yeah, I think
And
that
if
happens most.
yeah, and if people need serious medical care, if they've got the money, they usually go outside, often to Europe, to get medical care.
Hmm. But the medical care or healthcare system there isn't that bad though, isn't it?
Um, well, again, it depends where you're going. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
it's a lot of it is money. It's profit driven. A
Hmm.
lot of it is profit driven. Again, I don't want to take a negative tone. It's just that that's the common experience with certain outfits. You go there and you can expect to be told you need a full spectrum blood work and
Yeah,
every X-ray and MRI that you can imagine. You
yeah.
know,
Because each one's
uh,
going to bring in more revenue,
yeah,
whether you need it or not.
yeah, yeah. So,
You know.
so there's a bit of that going on. But I go to doctors in Dubai. I have mostly Eastern Europeans. I have a lady
Hmm.
who's from from Eastern Europe, and she is really fantastic. So, you
Hmm.
know, medical care is okay. Amani had surgery here not long ago, and that was all very smooth. And hospital was
Good.
like a hotel room.
Wow.
Really, it was like a bloody hotel room.
Wow.
Because Ministry of Education teachers, we get insurance. We get a not top of the line, we get like the silver package. So we are entitled to private rooms and that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
So
Sable Eagle has a question. Says, I have a question
yeah.
that'll stump anyone living in the UAE. What are those tall things covered in green stuff?
Palm trees.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Sable is a bit of a joker.
Hmm.
Yeah, but we all love him here. Yeah, he's all right. He's all right.
No, I was
Um,
expecting something like, why do the men wear dresses?
yeah, well, there's actually a really good reason for it. It makes a lot of sense. Trust me. We both Hilda and I have experienced the heat of the desert. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And
it makes.
it's like they call it a kandora, the
Mm,
when the men wear the thobe kandora, and then they have the headscarf, and that's
mhm.
for the heat. But it's like their office attire. Any office or government you have to wear. It's like their uniform.
Yeah,
Like you, even in banking, anywhere you go, Emiratis will always wear the traditional wear to go to work.
yeah,
I think it's quite nice. It's beautiful. And why should they have to lose their culture?
yeah.
Seriously.
Exactly, exactly.
If I go to Arabia, I want to feel like I'm in Arabia, not like freaking New York City or Calgary or
Yeah,
wherever.
yeah. True
Back to
enough.
that
True enough.
McDonaldization, you know.
Yeah, true enough. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
yeah,
we
but
have
it's
Tim
an
Hortons here.
Yeah, I know. I know. Don't rub it in, please.
Tim Hortons and Starbucks and you
Timmy
name it, we've
Hose.
got it. They have everything here.
Starbucks. Starbucks sucks. It's just overpriced coffee for yuppies.
Yeah, it
Timmy
is. I
Timmy
agree.
Hortons. Timmy H.
And we've got these apps, You buy 7 coffees, they scan your app, and you get the eighth one free.
Oh, cool. That's
They got
awesome.
apps for everything here.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. They're very technologically driven.
Oh, we don't even take out our credit card. We just tap the phone onto the machine.
It's amazing, eh?
Sucks if you don't have
Uh,
internet, but get this. I just joined Virgin Mobile.
oh, did you?
I just joined Virgin. Now, I went there. You pay a full year up front, you get 50% off. So my plan for the year was 1,400 dirhams for seven
Hmm.
gigs, 7 gigs, okay, and 50 gigs free as a bonus because of Sheikh Rashid's 50th anniversary. So I
Oh,
get
cool.
57 gigs every month.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
I
Wow.
don't even use 10.
There you go. So you got
So
plenty
all
of
the bells and
bandwidth to
whistles.
spare. Oh, wow.
And they carry over to the next month on the basic plan. So my 7 gigs will carry over to the next month if I don't use them.
Oh,
And it'll do
wow.
that for 1 month.
Yeah.
But the 50 won't roll over, obviously.
No.
So I'm at work and I'm telling all the teachers, listen, end of the month, you guys need data, just ride my hotspot because I got gigs to
Yeah.
burn.
Yeah. There you go. Ride my hotspot.
So
I'm
I'm
going to
pretty
remember that.
popular at the end of the month.
There you go. Ride my hotspot. Yeah. I like that. Cool. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So they find all kinds of
Sorry.
ways for you to spend money here.
Hmm. Yeah. Oh, wow. So, do we have any more interesting questions? Let's see. Chris Durham, why is the sky blue? You're right. It's because it's CGI. Archangel's Lune. Absolutely.
Mm.
Yeah. So, uh, Sable says, how come the hologram lady is allowed to show her legs like that? That's discrimination against solid women, that is.
What hologram?
Huh?
What's he talking about?
That hologram of the light show at the mall.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Is a lot of people often ask me because they know that I've been there. How strenuous are they about the women and their their
How
robes and
stressed.
their veils?
Okay, listen. It depends where you live, but for the most
Yeah.
part, the Emiratis themselves are rather strict. They will wear what's called the abaya, the black, and they'll cover their
Hmm.
hair. again, it's more of a cultural thing because the women
Yeah.
are saying we cover. So they do. But for the most part, I mean, I go to work like I would go to work in Canada. You go to
Yeah.
Dubai, you see girls in miniskirts and shorts, and sometimes I wonder, like,
Yeah.
lady, do you realize where you are? This is in fact a Muslim country, so you could be free, but I don't need to see your ass. Like seriously, if your
Hmm.
shorts are so short, I don't need to see your butt cheeks. Like seriously,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Exactly.
it's kind of like
Yeah.
have some decorum, some respect for yourself, not to
Yeah.
be doing that kind of stuff, you know.
That's just
Um,
something that stood out to me when I was there. I really
yeah,
didn't see that much of that really strict black carpet
no, no,
covering
no,
everything.
no.
It
No,
really
no,
was
no,
not
not at
that
all.
prominent.
Mm-mm. You don't have. If you go to a mosque, yes, you have to cover. Like there's a
Hmm.
beautiful mosque, Sheikh Rashid Mosque in Abu Dhabi, and they do
Hmm.
tours, and they have abayas and scarves that you have to put on when you go inside. Now,
Hmm.
we actually have a liquor store down the street from my house. We've got liquor stores all over the place. Most of
Wow.
them are full of Emiratis, to be honest with you. Okay.
It's not.
But we have the emirate next to us is called Sharjah, and that sheikh who leads that emirate is very pious, supposedly.
Hmm.
So it's a dry emirate. You can't buy alcohol, you can't drink it there, but who cares, right? It's 5 minutes
Yeah.
to Ajman, 10 minutes to Dubai. Who cares?
Hmm.
And for the Brits out there, we have Jamie Oliver Restaurant. And what's his name? Gordon Ramsay has a
Gordon
restaurant here.
Ramsay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been, but apparently Gordon Ramsay's restaurant is supposed to be really better than Jamie Oliver's. That- That's what my coworkers said.
Yeah.
That J- that
Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay's like
Absolutely.
spot on, as you Brits would say, spot on.
Yeah. Yeah. Spot on. But one question I've always wanted to ask, and I never have, and I'm sure the people would be very, very interested. Um, how would you compare where you are now in Dubai to where you were before in Oman?
Oh, that's a big difference. Um, Personally, I liked Oman better
Yeah.
because it was uh, more relaxed. It was a bit stricter. Like the women would cover more. You would see more women covered. You know,
Hmm.
like if you go to a government building, you as a man you can't be wearing shorts. You have to wear long pants. That's the same here in the UAE, but
Hmm.
it's more like there's a bylaw in Oman that says you can't have a building higher than 15 stories because he's trying to
Really?
maintain that feeling of the culturalness of it,
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
Arabic flavor of it, so he has some
Yeah.
bylaws about what you construct. They don't want to be another Dubai.
Hmm.
But I thought just the people were so nice and life was laid back and it was quieter. Here it's just seems more cutthroat to me.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's out to make a dollar. You get screwed left, right, and center. Scammers are everywhere. It's really
Yeah.
it's tough. I preferred Oman. I really did.
Yeah. Dubai is like an overdone uh, Middle Eastern New York.
Yeah, kind of. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I just it's not like a super friendly place. The Emiratis themselves, very
Hmm.
nice, very
Yeah.
polite. But the other nationalities coming in, we have lots of other Arab countries and
Hmm.
Indians and Pakistanis, and there's Europeans and North Americans. Everybody here, really, you
Hmm.
know, um, and they don't always get along, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
of course, we always joke at work.
Hmm.
The Indian walks in, it's $50 or 50 dirhams. I walk in, it's 100 dirhams. The Emirati walks in, it's 150 dirhams.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
basically the way it is.
Yeah.
So I've
Oh,
learned
it's the
how to
same
say,
here in Asia.
yeah, I guess so. I guess so.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It
it's
just
okay.
what can you do? I only ask because I recall conversations I had with mom that she always said that she liked Oman a lot better.
Oh, is that
She,
right?
she said that
Okay.
she said that to me a couple of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was quieter. I lived in the interior of Oman in Nizwa, but
Hmm.
I just liked it. I don't know. I just liked it better.
Yeah.
You know.
But
Yeah.
as a
That's
Western
true.
woman, I think life is pretty good for you out there in the Middle East.
Oh yeah. I mean, my life is just like it would be anywhere else. I
Yeah.
drive. I have my life. I do my everything by myself. You
Yeah.
know, if I need help with Arabic, I've got people to help me out. You know.
Yeah.
Mm.
I can't see that happening too often. I'm sure you probably got a pretty good grip on the language by now.
Well, usually if I want to get what I want, I throw in some Arabic and then like, oh, but Kilim Arabic, you speak Arabic, and then they're willing to do anything I want. I learned to play that game pretty fast.
That's cool. That's funny.
Yeah,
That's really
yeah,
funny.
yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
Uh, but it's been interesting. I've had an interesting life. I
Yeah.
can't complain. Life is good. You know,
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm
this
just
is sort
glad
of the
that
job sorry?
I'm just glad that we've had a chance to finally catch up like this, and that you're here on my show doing it. That's so awesome.
Yeah,
That's I'm
it is
enjoying
too.
this.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
So I don't generally talk about myself. So this is a little bit strange for me, and I hope I'm not coming across as being too pompous or full of
Oh
myself.
no, not at all. Not at all. No,
Okay,
absolutely
because
not.
I
And then if
don't like to
anybody
talk
thinks
about.
so, I'll take care of them. But my friend Katz has another question. He says,
Yeah.
"How long did it take to learn the Arabic that you know, and is it supposed to be difficult to learn?"
Well, I don't know how easily it's a gentleman. Did you say cats?
Yeah, he's in the he's in the UK.
Okay.
He's a teacher. Conspiracy
Oh, okay.
cats.
Oh, so I don't know if he's good at languages or not, but um, I didn't think it was any more difficult than Spanish, really, or
Hmm.
French. I think French was more difficult because of the R and the spelling was sucked. Now I don't read
Yeah,
Arabic beyond my students' names. I can read their names,
yeah.
um, but I can't read a novel or a story. And
Hmm.
I can speak, and what I speak is the Egyptian dialect, because of course my husband is Egyptian. Uh,
Hmm.
we never speak Arabic at home, so whatever Arabic I have, I learned on my own on the street, basically. Um,
Hmm.
but the Egyptians were really big into the movies and the music, so all Arabs will understand Egyptian dialect, but the
Hmm.
Egyptians cannot understand everybody. So people will come here and they don't understand the Emiratis very
Hmm.
well. But Emiratis understand the Egyptians very well. So when I speak Arabic, they'll always say, "Oh, Egyptian?" They know right away, right?
Yeah.
It's like when I speak Spanish, they'll say Mexican because I learned from a Mexican professor. My primary
Hmm.
professor had the Mexican dialect.
Hmm.
So, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's overly difficult. The basics of it. You know.
Hmm. It's like anything, you just gotta apply yourself to it.
The hardest thing for me to remember was that, we in English we have the be verb, right? I am a teacher. In Arabic, they don't have the be verb. So they
Hmm.
say I teacher. And
Hmm.
and teaching them this is very difficult. They can't
Yeah.
grasp the concept of the be verb, you know?
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know how many English teachers are out there, but
Yeah. Dora wants to know what you teach.
I teach English and I teach exam prep because the government has recently instituted something called the MSAT, which is it's an Arabic version of the SATs.
Hmm.
So I teach test prep, but
Test
I've
prep
taught
and
everything. Yeah,
yeah.
But I'm also doing IELTS. I'm an IELTS examiner for speaking and writing, and I've done all kinds of stuff over the years. But I like
Hmm.
test prep. I like doing test prep. That's fun. And
Hmm.
teacher training. I enjoy that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hello, Dan Headfield. I just noticed that you came into the chat. Welcome. Nice to see you, sir. Let's see. What else do we have? Um, yeah, Tusk says he never tried to learn Arabic, but he might give it a go. What would you recommend that he do if he did want to start learning Arabic? What approach would you suggest for him?
Well, I think, me, the way that I approach it, you know, language is my thing. I like it. It's fun. I
Hmm.
think it's very situational. I think
Hmm.
that, you go somewhere and you hear somebody in a conversation and you wonder what they're talking about. Well, it's Tim Hortons. It must be ordering a coffee, right? That's
Yeah.
sort of the way, but that's when you live in the environment, in the immersive environment.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, but I don't think that you want to necessarily go the route of reading and writing. It depends what your
Yeah.
purpose is. You
Yeah.
know, if you want to learn how to read and write, fine, then start with that. But if that's not really necessary, then I would try to
Yeah.
just do some
Where exactly? I
you
mean,
know,
where would you actually really need or use it unless you were planning to go live in an Arabic country?
that's it, that's it. And what's happening now in the Gulf is they're trying to Englishify it, shall we say. All education except for Arabic and Islamic studies and social studies are in English.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
they're from the last 5 years, and that's primarily why I'm here, is that they're taking Arabic out of the mainstream system. So all
Hmm.
the maths and sciences will be taught in English.
Yeah. They're moving to that here as well. I mean, the kids
Yeah.
here still have their Vietnamese math and science classes, but a lot of the parents pay to get into our program so they can learn those subjects in English as well. And that's what I
Hmm.
teach primarily is math and science for
Yeah.
grades 4 and 5 right now. I do some English
And
too, but I'm tired of teaching English.
yeah, I mean, I'm glad you went over to the sciences. I think especially for little kids, but I'm sure there's a certain amount of English there too, right? It's a lot of new
Hmm.
vocabulary and stuff. But
Yeah,
I'm so happy to see that you got into something else in teaching. I was quite
yeah,
shocked to hear it actually. It's like, wow, good on you, man. Good on
yeah,
you
yeah.
teaching kids.
But
You're always good
the,
with kids.
the thing is, science is such a necessary subject, and the vocabulary in science can't really be translated that much into another language. They're based on
No,
their original Latin that's been
yeah,
anglified almost. And
yeah,
it's a very unforgiving vocabulary. Science vocabulary is what it is, and you learn it that way. I can't give
yeah.
you a Vietnamese substitute, you know?
No, no, no. It's the same for Arabic. It's the same for Arabic. Now, what we have now is that in the exams, the MSAT anyway, the exam questions are written in English and in Arabic because we're trying to train them away from the Arabic, but now they still need the Arabic question because the wording
Hmm.
is different. They have to learn how to read a question in English before they can answer it, right?
Yeah,
So there's
yeah,
that gradual progression that needs to happen.
yeah, yeah.
So,
But it's important that those STEM subjects are taught in English because
yeah.
it you can't replace that vocabulary with another language. You just can't.
No, and science is not exclusive to one country.
That's
Science
right.
is
It's international.
international. Thing.
That's
So,
right. So scientific discovery and anything with the sciences has to be communicable around the world. And that's
yeah,
why it's done in English.
yeah.
So
So your friend who is the PhD in mathematics, did you say?
yes, yes, Mr. Clive Wells.
Yeah, so he must be well aware of the Arabic Islamic influence on mathematics. And what was his
Oh,
topic for his PhD?
I don't know. I never really asked. Clive, if you're still in the chat, What was the topic of your PhD? My sister is very curious to know. See if he's out there. Somebody find Clive Wells and give him a kick in the butt, wake him up.
I see that Sable Eagle online. I've got my phone next to me here. Is going on
Yeah.
about the translation of words.
Oh yeah, 'cause he's a
Talking about
card.
a little town called Fuchsmoos. What is
Yeah,
Fuchsmoos?
Fuchsmoos
Well,
in Austria.
well, in Arabic, to think is fakr.
Yeah, yeah,
So when you
cool.
say ana betfakr means I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's Sable for sure.
So it is a real town, eh?
Yeah, oh yeah, he loves to play those games. Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely. But anyway, well, maybe Dora knows. Dora is also studying. Dora, what are you studying at the moment? You're going for a degree as well, are you not? Yeah. Still trying to find out what the topic of Clive's PhD was.
maybe he forgot, or
Yeah,
maybe he didn't want to remember.
that
You know,
would be funny.
anybody I've ever talked to said by the end of the PhD, you don't want to hear another word about your topic because you're so sick and tired.
Okay, I was wrong about Dora. Yeah. Sorry, Dora. I thought you were still studying for a degree. But what is your degree in, anyways? I know you have one. Sure, I'm not studying anything. Yeah, okay, I got the picture, Dora, but okay, never mind.
She's studying the chat.
Yeah, okay, all right. She's studying the chat. I guess you already finished your studies.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting to get an answer from Clive. Where's Clive? Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh,
Physics.
okay. Sorry, Dora. I thought you finished that degree. All right. You
Oh,
should go
she's
back and
studying
finish it,
physics,
dear.
though.
Yeah, she studied physics for many years. Why did you
That's a
drop
big.
out though? Probably the pressure.
Yeah.
That is not an easy subject to be studying.
There's a big push for physics right now in our
Yeah,
schools.
no
Uh,
kidding.
They're,
No kidding.
it's,
That's okay. She's a smart girl, I'll tell you. She's a
I'm
smart
sure
girl.
it's
Yeah.
not all about the books. I'll tell you that for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people would agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Life has got a lot more to teach you than the books in school. But the
Yes,
books
for
in
sure.
school are needed to get started.
Yeah, but even traditional education is complaining. They're saying that
Yeah.
we're not teaching, universities aren't teaching people the practical skills they need in the workforce. So they're full
That
of theories, but they have no practice.
Yeah, that is a big problem here. A big problem. A lot of the. I read an article a little while ago in a local paper called Toi Tie,
Mhm.
and they were mentioning about a lot of companies here in Vietnam complaining that university graduates, when they're hired by these companies, have to be completely retrained because they just
Yeah,
lack the skills. The university just did not meet the standards.
yeah.
You know. But it's getting better now, but it's still a problem.
Well, I think it's still partly the issues, and I know this from the Indian people at work. They're always going on about memorizing, memorizing, memorizing. You know, it's
Yeah.
like, no, I'm sorry, that is not education.
No,
Um,
rote
you know,
learning
so
never works.
So they're like, well, you know, how come this child, they're in the seventh grade, they don't know all their multiplication tables by heart? Well, that's an old thinking. We have calculators now. Come on, people.
Yeah.
Everywhere you
Yeah.
go, there's a calculator.
Yeah.
Let's not worry about that. Can they answer the question? Can they look at the formula and figure out the answer to an issue? You know,
Yeah.
uh,
It's the creative thinking they lack.
yeah, yeah. So it's very interesting. Different
Hmm.
perspectives. But I guess, you know, when you are working in a culture where there's so many millions of people, you
Hmm.
have to have a way of weeding out, you know?
Yeah.
So let's overburden them with memorizing and
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big problem here. Too much of the education is still rote based. But this has
yeah,
always been like that here in Asia.
yeah. Well, a certain amount of it is good. I mean, it does
Hmm.
make life a lot easier if you know your timetables by heart, but
Yeah.
I mean,
But
is it all
still, I
that
mean,
important?
it's a wrong place to place your focus nowadays
Yeah.
with the rapid advancement that's being made. Um, you know,
Yeah, I like what
let's.
Sable Eagle is writing there
What's that?
about the people who got their degrees from the University of Life. Yeah, I agree. There's the opposite end of the spectrum there.
Yeah.
You know, people who never went to university are so quick to criticize, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and that's not right either. You know,
Yeah. Exactly. There's merit in both, but
of course.
you know,
And you know, it's like I say to my kids. I've got two kids, and I say, listen, you need to do what's going to put bread on your table. Not everyone has to go to university. Some
that's
people
right.
are better at trade school. Some people
Hmm.
need to start a business. You know, just make sure that you get some kind of education and, you know, or training
Yeah.
so that you can feed yourself and your family, you know.
Yeah. So you can give yourself some options.
Yeah.
You know,
And we all
that's
know
what
that
it's all about.
plumbers and electricians are driving the BMWs, right?
Hmm.
Mhm.
Clive Wells says black holes and time machines.
Yeah.
Funny,
Yeah.
but really, Clive. My sister was asking what was the topic of your PhD. She's curious. Hello, Tina. Nice to see you. She says peekaboo. I'm early again. Okay. Always good to see you, though, dear. Always good to see you. Um, let's see what else. What else? Yeah, but I agree. Uh, Not everyone is university material. That doesn't make him an idiot.
No,
You
of
know,
course not.
they can be extremely talented and do things that university grads could never hope to do because their
Yeah.
skills lie elsewhere. You know,
Yeah.
just call me Avi. Poof, I appear. Hello, how are you? Good to see you. Poof, and I appeared. There you go. You poofed and you appeared. Now you're gonna poof and disappear. Always good to see you. Welcome. So, yeah. So, anyways, we've been going for about an hour and a half now. How are you doing? You good for another 30 minutes or so? 20 minutes?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Cool.
I'd love some ideas of things to talk about because I
Yeah. Well, you know,
don't
there's
know
all.
what else to say.
It's just an open chat. That this is just a
Yeah,
social place where
social.
people can come here and then just chat and catch up with each other, and we just throw
Yeah,
stuff at the fan, and whatever sticks, that's what we talk about. You know,
yeah,
everyone
yeah.
here has a voice, and I will
Uh-huh.
not deny anyone the opportunity to say what they want to say, as long as it's not homophobic or outrightly nasty.
Yeah,
Everybody's welcome. You know,
yeah, yeah.
so
We have a little issue with that going on at my work right at the moment. We have a mishmash of all types in our office, but we have
Hmm.
an excruciating 8 women in one staff room.
Oh
And
man.
for someone who has always enjoyed working with men, I just relate better to men for some reason. It is
Hmm.
excruciating every day, and there's actually a clause in our contract saying that we are not allowed to discuss certain things, religion,
Hmm.
the ruling leadership of the country, and to a certain extent politics.
Hmm.
Well, you can be guaranteed that those conversations will be up for grabs every day.
Oh yeah.
So,
I'm sure
it's just
there's
really something,
I'm sure there's a lot of
especially,
discussion in that little group about what's going on in Ukraine right now.
yes,
That's a
absolutely.
scary situation.
It is very, um, it's beyond me, really.
Yeah.
Uh, it's just, it's in our backyard. I mean, I don't know.
Hmm.
I'm speechless. I mean, the truth is, I've just listened to so much of it that I'm brain dead.
Yeah.
I'm brain dead. I just don't
Yeah.
know what to think anymore. And I would have hoped that it would have been over by now. But
Hmm.
fortunately, it doesn't look like it's letting up anytime soon.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
Mhm. You know.
We can only hope that things work out for all concerned.
And the you were saying, the not to have any homophobic or
Yeah.
socially inappropriate comments, or
Yeah.
absolutely agree with you. But I had to pipe up a couple of weeks ago and say, I'm what you would classify as middle class white Western, and
Hmm.
I would like you to know that I too get offended. Okay.
Hmm. Yeah.
People are knocking us all the time. We are racists. We are this.
Yeah.
We are that. And I said, you need to be careful what you're saying, because
Yeah.
I am one of those people. You know,
Hmm.
so uh, I
Yeah. I know what you
just
mean.
you know
Hmm.
those Europeans, those Brits, those
Yeah.
Europeans. They're
Yeah. Yeah.
okay. All
Everybody's
right. If
got
I
a,
if I said if I said those Indians, oh my goodness, I'd be really in trouble.
yeah, exactly.
But I wouldn't
Exactly.
dare, because I grew up in a culture where that's not appropriate, you
Uh-huh.
know.
Yeah.
So we guard our words very heavily. I know I'm very politically correct, you
Hmm.
know.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
but I'm not immune to having my feelings hurt.
Nobody is. And that's the thing. Nobody seems to want to understand that. Everybody's feelings can be hurt to one degree or
Yeah,
another,
yeah,
but we can't turn this world into a landscape of eggshells where everybody is afraid to walk,
yeah, yeah,
and that's what I see happening. Everybody's becoming so overly sensitive to anything anyone else has to say that,
yeah,
they're afraid to speak out, and
yeah.
I don't
Exactly.
want them to have that feeling here. When they're here watching this stream and in the side chat, I want them to feel like they can talk about whatever they want to talk about. Just don't be
Yeah,
offensive. Don't go out of your
yeah,
way to hurt someone,
yeah,
because that's not acceptable. And I'll boot you. That's all
yeah,
there is to it,
yeah,
But other than that, I want people to feel like they can discuss whatever they want to discuss and catch up with friends and just have a voice.
yeah.
Louis Adriana von Rent. That is a bot. I'm sure. Mods, you want to take care of that bot, kill it, destroy it? Thank you. Yeah. Thank you
What is
very
that?
much. Yeah. Dora and Koo took care of it. Thank you, Dora. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've enjoyed this conversation, Hilda. It's so nice to have been able to catch up with you. And thanks for sharing those embarrassing pictures of my younger days.
My pleasure. My
Yeah, I'm
pleasure.
sure. I'm sure. But I actually have not seen those pictures since they were actually taken. That's how long it's
Yeah.
been. So,
Well, I
okay.
have the hard copies here, so I'll save them for you.
Well, when you come for a visit here to Vietnam, bring them with you. It'd be nice to
I
have.
will do that.
Yeah,
I have a
absolutely.
few things. I have a few
Uh,
things that I've been saving to bring to you
Dora
guys over
wants to
there.
know, have you visited Vietnam?
No, I have not. Embarrassed to say that I have not. But I'm not sure if my brother has told you, but I was involved in caring for my elderly mother for some years, and I
Hmm.
was not able to travel. So
Yeah.
now my oldest is on his own in Canada. My 15-year-old is going to be leaving. I'm pretty sure in a few years, going back as well. So I'll be able
Hmm.
to spread my wings again and go and
Yeah.
see some of the world. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait till you come out here. There's so many things here I think you'd love to see and enjoy.
Yeah, I
You
think
know.
I really want to go, and I also want to go to Angkor Wat in Cambodia. Would love to see that as
Well,
well.
that's just an 8 hour bus ride from where I am. So
Yeah, so
yeah, we could
I
certainly
think,
arrange that.
yeah, I love Asia. I mean, I had a great time
Mhm.
there. Of course,
Yeah.
Japan and Korea, or Japan and Vietnam are very different, but still, it's
Yeah.
just a feeling in the air. It's just a different
Yeah.
feeling.
Exactly. Well, you've had the fortune of spending, I think, what, 3 years in Japan.
Yeah, it was about that long.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's started my teaching career in Japan, actually.
Hmm.
I was in a dead end job in Canada, and our dad, actually on a lark, said, "Hey, they're looking for teachers in Japan." So I
Hmm.
went, and there were 70 people at the interview. They had 4 sessions. They had 70 people, and we had to do these 5-minute mock lessons. They gave us a topic
Hmm.
and said, "We're going to be presenting for 5 minutes." Um, and at the end of 4 days, they said, "Be at the phone between 5 and 6. If your phone rings, you're invited to the next round. If it doesn't, please don't call us. We don't have time to answer 65 phone calls." Basically. So I waited and waited and waited. And of course, our last name ends in S. So sure enough, 5 minutes before the end, they called me up and said, "You've been chosen to come back." Me and 5 other people. So, and
Hmm.
that's how it started. I walked into the classroom 6 months later, and I said, "This is my calling. This is what I want to do."
Yeah.
And I went back after that to get my certification. But
Hmm.
yeah, 25 years later, here I am
Hmm.
in the job that everyone dreams of having. I mean, many people dream of having.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Exactly.
I'm fortunate. I make a good salary, no taxes here. The weather is great. People are nice. I got
Hmm.
it pretty good. I can't complain.
Yeah.
You know?
Just call me Avi. Said Vietnamese dong. 15 million equals 1,000 approximately. Saw it in Top Gear. It was really funny. That must have been a while ago, dear, because right now, $1,000 is about 22.5 million Vietnam dong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that's a heavy wallet.
Well,
You carry
it
cash
can
around.
stack up. It can stack up.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Um,
Yeah.
Dora says working with kids, that is a nightmare. Well, see, this is the thing. My sister doesn't really work with kids. She works with teens,
Yeah.
teens with attitude. That's worse.
Girls.
Girl
Girls.
teens with attitude. That's the worst. So I got it easy compared to her.
We were in the staff room yesterday, and one of the girls told the teacher to shut up.
Oh man. Oh
Well,
man.
sure enough, we messaged the principal right away. Well, within an hour, there wasn't a full-on apology.
Oh geez.
Oh, she's lucky she didn't say it to me. I'll tell you that for damn sure.
That's right. Yeah. Dora agrees. Even worse. Yeah, you got that, Dora. No
Oh, and
doubt.
it's like, For you gentlemen out there, I must apologize before telling you that the woman's monthly cycle is the topic of every complaint. Teacher, I'm on my period. Teacher, I'm
Oh
sick. I'm on
no!
my period. Teacher, I
Oh
didn't do my
no!
assignment. I'm on my period.
Oh no!
They use it for
Oh
everything.
man, they use it, eh? Holy,
Oh,
that's
it's
a new one on me.
embarrassing. I tell them, ladies, come on, we don't use that.
Yeah.
My
Sableetle
teacher's
says,
calling us darling and sweetheart. No, I'm not your
mhm.
darling. I'm your coworker. Don't call me darling. You know. So
Yeah. Sableetle says he's not banned from working with teenage girls. He'd just really rather not.
yes, good. Well, here it's not allowed. We had just before COVID, we had 4 math teachers, males, and they had to stay up in their staff room. They could not
That's
come
crazy.
down and be part of the other than going to the class.
Yeah.
They weren't allowed to
Yeah.
talk to anyone, or so it's pretty strict when
Yeah.
it comes to that, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't
Yeah,
have that
so
problem here. I mean,
no.
it's still.
Well, I wear an abaya to work. I wear the long dress, to work to
Yeah.
cover myself. But to be
Mhm.
honest, it's very liberating because I don't need to worry what I'm going to wear to work. I just put on some stretchy leggings and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
I throw that
Because they
thing
don't have to
over
see
me, and
what. Yeah.
yeah, it's comfy.
But hey, well, there you go. It's comfortable. Hey, why not? You
Very
know?
liberating,
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. So,
Yeah.
do they have strict rules on what kind of makeup you can wear to work?
No, makeup is, oh no, they're all about the makeup here. Are you kidding? Makeup, nails, and jewelry and phones, because that's the only
Oh,
part of the
cool.
body you see, right?
Cool.
Can't see their hair or anything else. Okay, so
Mm.
Sable Eagle is saying, everyone, you can hear them on the phone. Hello, Habibi, Habibi.
Yeah. Hello, Habibi,
Habibi means
Habibi. Hello.
Habibi
Care to
means my
clarify?
love. Habibi means my love.
My love. There
And
you go.
Habibti, you say Habibti, it's to a girl. Habibti
Uh-huh.
means my love. Habibi is for a man.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
But men call each other Habibi. It just means like my best friend, my brother.
Yeah. My friend,
You
my
know?
brother. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That's very interesting. Cool. Cool.
Yeah. And they greet each other by touching noses.
Um,
The
I
Emiratis.
somehow recall that. Yeah.
Yeah, the close family members, they will
Hmm.
greet with the touching the nose.
Yeah, they have a similar greeting among the Inuit in northern Canada.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
they
same
do.
kind of thing, rubbing noses.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
I remember my oldest brother, we are estranged now, but my oldest brother and his first wife, they used to call each other Mush and Mushy. Do you remember that
uh,
story, Jeff?
yeah, yeah,
And
mush and mushy.
the Japanese, when they answer the phone, they say mushy mushy. So he heard that in an elevator one day and he said, "What is that? Mushy mushy." And that's how they became Mush and Mushy. Quite creative, I
Weird.
thought, but
Yeah, quite creative, quite creative.
yeah,
Absolutely. Mush and mushy.
yeah.
Yeah. Boop the nose. Sable Eagle says, I didn't know that one.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
really very, very close families that do it.
Yeah. And a lot of people from the West would be very, very surprised, or it would seem strange to see two men walking down the street holding hands.
Oh, yeah. It's very
Quite common.
common. And yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Oh, the
remember?
world is an interesting place.
Yeah,
So
I
fascinating.
I can recall some of the fascinating things that we did when we were young, living in Algiers.
Yeah,
That was a fun time. Oh man,
it was totally.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
it was
wonder
totally.
whatever became of Bobby, my friend.
Yeah, he's probably married with 6 children by now.
Yeah, if he's still even
Probably.
around. Sadly,
Yeah.
that was a great time though. Mid 70s,
Yeah.
along the
That was a
the
long.
northern coast of Algiers.
Yeah, pretty amazing.
Yeah,
I think that's where I got my travel bug from
I
our
think that.
dad.
Yeah, I think that's true for both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a
Yeah.
great experience. Anyways, okay. So what else have we got going on? Any more? Any more? Oh, Doris is Algiers. So where else have the Spikers been on this globe? Asia,
Well,
hmm,
Mexico,
Mexico.
different
Yeah,
parts of the US, different parts of
yeah,
Canada,
yeah.
Japan,
Europe.
Europe, Spain, Italy, um,
Hmm.
top of Mount Fuji.
There you go.
Ah, that was 25 years ago. I can't believe it.
Hmm.
Time flies.
It certainly does. It certainly does.
But I think, we are not kind of like the type of person that, like, I've got one girl in my office that every possible break, she goes on a holiday. And my boss, too, the principal, every break, she'll go on a holiday. So we're not that kind of traveler. We're just sort of like we go somewhere, we live there.
Yeah.
Uh, it's not like we're going on a holiday for a week. We spend
No.
time, we live there, we work there. So it's a little bit different experience that we're having for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, let's face it. How long have you been in the Middle East now, right?
Almost 10 years.
Yeah, I've been here in Asia
Yeah.
for damn near 20,
Yeah.
you know?
But
So,
if people say, what's your favorite place? I couldn't say. Egypt is nice. I mean, Egypt is developing now with the new president Sisi. He's really doing a lot to change the country. So they're
hmm,
actually going to have their expo in 8 years. It'll be in Cairo.
cool.
Um, yeah, expo here is really great. Um, we had a few school trips there. So Egypt was nice. Oman was just so different. The Emirates is exciting. Like
Hmm.
every place just has something cool about it.
Yeah,
Like for
yeah,
me right now, you know me, Jeff, I'm a knitter. I love to knit. It's my
yeah.
everything. I get up in the morning and I can't get to my knitting fast enough. People think I'm crazy. They think I'm like, the crazy old lady with her knitting and her cats. But it's very, very therapeutic. And I've been
Hmm.
reading a lot of articles now about how it is excellent for anxiety and depression and actually against Alzheimer's because you're reading the patterns and whatnot.
Yeah,
And so my thing now is I want to go on a knitting retreat. I want to go to Scotland or Ireland, or there's
yeah,
tons of them in the UK. They've got them
yeah.
in Italy. I want to go on a retreat for a week where I go somewhere to the coast, learn some knitting techniques, travel around, learn something
Hmm.
new.
Yeah.
So again, I don't just go to say I've been there. I want to get a feel of the place, know the place, the culture behind it.
Hmm.
So yeah, we're
Yeah.
just different.
Yeah,
Any
absolutely.
other people out there knitting? Any other people like me like to knit?
Hey, there you go. Chat. Anybody out there like to knit? If so, you got a knitting partner that would probably be up for a chat or two.
Uh, And men knitters. I follow a group on Instagram and it's called Men Knitters. There are tons of men knitters out there. Actually, knitting used to be a job of the man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you know, little FYI, I was reading a book for my daughter's school. She has to read, and it was a bit tough for her. So I read it alongside of her by a lady called Corrie den Boom. She's a Dutch lady, and she
Mm-hmm.
writes about her time transporting Jews out of Holland during the Second World War and the time
Mm-hmm.
that she spent in a Nazi prison camp. And one of the jobs was knitting socks for the military, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what they used to do in some of the prison camps was knitting socks, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Just Avi says
yeah.
that her mom taught her, and it helps her anxiety.
Absolutely, doesn't it though? You know, when I had COVID, I knit a whole shawl. That kept me sane because I had this damn bracelet on my, like a tracking device on my wrist from the
Mm-hmm.
hospital. I couldn't leave my house. And my daughter and my husband had to be outside of the room. I was going stir crazy. And it's the thing that saved me. It was having that wool and being able to knit, you know?
Cool. Cool.
So,
Peter
you
Noddle
know,
says, I've been known to drop a stitch or two in my day.
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, ma'am, hey, you might have latched on to some people you can connect with, maybe.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Start a knitting cast, Jeff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can
Exactly.
start a knitting. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's
Why
it's
not?
it's you know it's a passion of mine. I'm getting to the point now where I'm doing much more complicated things, and I'm using beads and a lot of stuff, and I'm trying to think of ways that I can work this into my retirement somehow, like a stream
Mm-hmm.
of income or something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but we'll see. We'll see.
Sable Eagle says that he never tried knitting, but he can make chainmail. He knows a little bit about tablet weaving. I have no idea what
Uh-huh.
that is. Uh, have some part finished tablet weaving gear waiting for me to finish it. Okay, well,
That's a
cool.
mystery. I don't know what he's talking
That's a
about.
mystery. Yeah, I'm not sure I've ever heard of tablet weaving before. Hmm. But hey, that's cool. That's fine. Let's see.
So remember, our brother Michelle used to make
Yeah,
model ships. Remember
yeah,
growing up, he used to make the model ships with the sails and all the lines and everything, you know? It's
yeah,
the same
yeah,
kind of thing,
yeah. Now he
you know?
collects die-cast model cars.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's got
Very
quite the collection.
extensive. Yeah.
Worth quite a bit. But
Yeah.
super detailed die-cast models. He loves
Yeah.
them. He really gets
Yeah.
into it. It's his new passion, I think. So
Yeah.
yeah. So I know I don't. Well, actually, yes, Dora. I think my brother did at one time make a small ship in a bottle. He actually pulled it off.
Yeah, he
How he
did.
did it, I don't know. I don't know if he still
Yeah.
has it either. But yeah, he has done one that I know of. Just a small one.
Yeah.
Okay, just call me Avi. Thanks for coming out. Always great to see you, dear. Uh, we'll catch you next week, I hope. Okay, and we're just about coming up on quitting time, anyways. We've been at this for almost
Yeah.
2 hours, so I think we'll shut it down. But I just want to say thanks to everyone in the chat for coming out. I hope you've enjoyed listening to me catch up with my sister. Thank you very much for participating and asking some questions and getting to know her a little bit better. I hope I will have her again on soon and often. We're going to try and make that happen.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. I
Oh
enjoyed it,
yeah,
and the 2 hours went much faster than I thought it would. I was a little
oh yeah.
stressed at the
What
beginning.
time flies because we just talk about whatever. And
Mhm.
the next time you're on, we'll get some more incriminating photos of me so you can have another laugh.
Yeah, sounds good. And then maybe we can get Sable Eagle to send us a few pics of that tablet weaving that he's talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah. You hear that, Sable? Cool, awesome. Send us some pictures, and we'll try and get my sister on again at another time and look them over. So
I'd love to.
yeah, okay, Dora, we have to run. Thank you very much for coming out. Always great to see you, and we're going to head out as well. So with that, oh, Jasper E, thank you. Thank you very much. Always a pleasure. And with that, my sister and I are going to say good night. Thanks for coming out, and we'll see you again next week, right here
Good
on
night,
The Real
everyone.
Reason.
Thanks for
All
listening
right?
to me. Thank you.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.